Alright, getting into a video. This is really simple. I'm just talking about 8 days into Throne and Liberty. It's been a while since I played it for the first 8 days, and at the time, I remember playing, and I left a comment, and someone was like, there's no way in 2 days you beat the game. Like, Throne and Liberty literally doesn't have a real story. It's not structured well. It isn't paced well. The game is terrible. And I'm just gonna explain how I feel about it. I'm gonna, ask for some likes and some subscribers, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna get right into explaining why this game is so bad. I remember starting up this game and playing it at first. It gives you the most mobile game type tutorial I've ever seen in my entire life on a console. Other games, when people say like Genshin Impact is a mobile game, like I don't feel it, I don't see it. When I played Genshin Impact on computer, console, whenever I played it, it felt like it was a demo of, what's the name of that one Zelda game? Some Mask. It was some game that I played a long time ago. It was on an emulator of a Nintendo game, but even though it does have the microtransactions of a mobile game, it feels more like the microtransactions of battle royales, because there's actually upgrading and stuff that you do. And in a battle royale, you can do this thing in some battle royales where you play the game and then you play through and you play again, and then boom, now you have some of the in-game currency if you bought the battle pass. I've never bought a battle pass. I got the one battle pass that comes with Fortnite so they can bait you into playing the game forever, because now every time I play Fortnite I need to complete the battle pass. I'm gonna lose the one battle pass that I got that came with the console. But anyways, let's get into Throne and Liberty discussion. The parry system, when you're parrying or riposting, whatever you want to call this trash system, whenever you're doing it, one is not telegraphed properly. The whole wind up of the animation starts, and then like literally 5 seconds later, now you have to press the button. It's crazy. I have no idea how they thought that made sense. Every single time a game developer makes a system, I do not understand why they try to make it their own system instead of just making systems in a game. I can literally describe how a better, more unique system for parrying could work. This is going to be a simple description. You can have where the enemy queues up for their parry attack, and it becomes a light over the enemy's head, and their next attack is going to be a parryable attack. That would have been better than the literal trash they designed with this game, because now they could do any ability, and then once they have that light over them, now you know the next attack is going to be a glowing attack that you can parry or whatever. Literally just use the exact same ability queue system that they have in the game to queue up your attacks, except when the enemy does it, it has a light over their head. I have no idea how developers fail at making better systems. It's just crazy. It's literally brain rot. But while I played this game, I literally cannot tell you I found anything fun about it. they did that really annoying thing where the developer says, hey guys, do you want to have 6 abilities for 200 hours? Oops, actually it's just going to be forever because we're never going to add a class, we're never going to add a secondary class, we're never going to upgrade the abilities. We're going to give you another system that alters the abilities slightly. I hate that people try to act like the transcendencies or whatever the thing is called. It's been a while since I played the game at this point. I hate when people try to pretend like it's a new system or it's something interesting or it's cool. Literally all it does is it either makes the ability have 2 charges, and now your ability is useless because you have to hit them both times, or it ups the damage. And if you play a mage, the only class that the ability actually does anything on, if you play a mage, now you don't lose your damage whenever it spreads. You get 2 charges. You get, what is it? There was something else that you can get with the mage. The mage is the only class in the game. The game gets to a point where people are running around only using the mage and the crossbow, and they're just one-shotting everyone. They're just spinning in circles, waiting at corners. That was another thing. After playing this game for 8 days, I experienced the worst PvP experience in my life. RuneScape was better. At least in RuneScape, you could passively upgrade your defense and then get armor. So now people couldn't just hit you anytime they want. In this game, you get armor, and all it does is decrease the amount of damage done to you. They have evasion rating, but it does absolutely nothing because there are so many abilities that go through evasion rating. It's crazy. And then they have stuff that goes through armor too. Like, it's just crazy. Because they have flames, and the flames can build up and then start burning you, and that counts as going through your armor. Whenever you have something just automatically by default doing extra damage because you did damage. This game was balanced and designed as if the person and people making it had no idea what video games are, and they had no idea what combat is. Because the worst thing about MMOs like this is that they're not even real games. Games like World of Warcraft, RuneScape, these types of games, they're not real games and they never will be. All you do is you press ability. Half the time, there's no real animation. Your character does something like a cheerleader pose, and then now you have a fireball automatically tracking you down. And then every other class has something you either have to be close or you have to aim. It's stupid. It's so stupid. And it's just really crazy how bad they made this game. This game, I kid you not, I am not lying, I am not exaggerating. It cost like $1 billion for them to make it. And everything that I just said in this video that sounded maybe interesting or unique, I guarantee you not a single person thought about implementing it. Because the way they implemented stuff was so bad. It's so bad. The way Throne of Liberty is set up, mechanically, fundamentally, there is no diversity. There's literally one class, and that's the mage. And then you need to choose from the mage out of everything else to use with it. And then, because every ability sucks so bad, you really just pick up the strongest and lowest cooldown. And then you pick up something that stuns people. Because that's all the combat is. You get stun locked, and you're dead. I hate that people like these types of games just because you can pay extra 10, 20 bucks, and now you get to kill all the noobs. And then as soon as someone is on your level that actually learned how to play the game, you now get to pretend as though like they're a really good player, but in reality you just fucking suck. It's so crazy because that's the whole. If you wanted to put World of Warcraft, RuneScape, all these games into a couple sentences, that would define these games entirely. But for anyone who wants to try it out and you actually want to invest the time, you can literally play through the whole game in less than a month. So just in that regard, there's no point in not trying it out. Everything that I'm telling you that is trash about this game, you're going to experience it. It's sad because, you know, there used to be really good games like Lost Saga. Anyone know what Lost Saga is? Grand Chase, Rumble Fighter, these weren't amazing. Wind Slayer, these weren't amazing games, right? But if you compare the combat from any of those games, Vindictus, if you compare the combat from any of those games, I don't see how the fuck the Throne and Liberty people said, hey guys, let's make this combat. It's just crazy. Now remember, like and subscribe. See you in the next video. I just had to talk about this. I just had to rant about how terrible those 8 days were, and then I had to torture myself to make content for the next, oh my god, emotional diamond.